Right, hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at some of these coins. So we're just going to look at Bitcoin and Icon, ICX, on request of somebody that I've just noticed on my comments, and obviously feel free to comment down below if there's anything you want me to look at in the future, or join my Telegram chat. Go to my Twitter page. You'll notice a pinned tweet. You'll see it there, and you can ask me directly. So let's have a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's been making its giant moves, big steps up into basically a very important area. We'll actually blue box this one out. I don't know why I haven't really. I think it's got, because I've got such a mental map of what's been going on these levels, that I haven't really bothered to do it. But realistically, this is the area of importance. It's quite a small little blue box, but a blue box all the same. We need to break in at above this area, so that is 9,500 to 9,650. That's the area that we want to break above. Basically, at the moment, we've tested it and we're coming back down. Highly predictable move. Some people might want to short this. Feel free to do that. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. Personally, I'd be a little bit too scared to do it because the momentum's quite strong. You can see that the RSI has been quite high, quite overextended throughout the majority of this move. Basically, bumping its head coming down for as little as possible, bumping its head coming down. This bit consolidated quite nicely for a nice big push back up. Now we're bumping our head coming back down. So even though we are coming down from this area, I would expect us to have another stab at this box, trying to break it in and above it. So that's basically the deal with Bitcoin. Hopefully it'll just go sideways for a little while. It'll just trend beneath this level, accumulate beneath this level. The support, I would say, probably is between 9,000 to 9,150. That's the area that I wouldn't really want to see broken to the downside. But you could argue also that if it did break down, it's not the absolute end of the world. We do have further support at 8,800, which is just there. So you can see that we've got quite a lot of support beneath us now. The chances of us breaking down completely is quite unlikely. But consolidation and accumulation, even if it's just for a few days to preferably a week or so, that's what we want to see, because we want to see this RSI reset. So let's have a look at Icon then. So Icon, has been brought to my attention, has been making giant big moves, and looking at this chart, it definitely has done that. So let's have a look at this bottom wick back down here, beginning of the month. So over the last month, we have made 145% move. So what does this mean? How's it going to go from here? Well, basically, I don't know how this move came about, because TA wise, there's nothing to suggest that it would have done such a thing. You could say, and this is the same with a lot of these coins. I don't know if this is an IEO coin. I don't really know anything about it. We have had a long period of accumulation, but we were way beneath moving averages during this period. So all the way from back in November to, I suppose, the first real breakout was here, the first. So what date was that? So over about 6 weeks worth of accumulation we had there. But then for it to launch in such dramatic fashion, I'm not entirely sure how that was made, but it did happen. We launched here. Okay, so that makes a little more sense. So yeah, Golden Cross took place on the 4 hourly, and it basically just went crazy ever since. So what does this mean now for the price? Well, at the moment, I mean, as far as other indicators are concerned, we're quite high. Looking at the MACD, there's definitely a lot more room to go, but the RSI definitely, it looks like it's kind of burned out for the moment. I would expect, and I would like to see this come down into the neutral zone. At the moment, it's what people would say is oversold, and with coins like this that pump like this doesn't necessarily mean a great deal, but it means enough for me to not actually invest in this one until we come back down into this zone, even if it's just a test within it. You know, buying it up here on a daily, you're probably asking for a bit of trouble. I would expect it to consolidate a little further. Now, where's that going to consolidate to? It's always so difficult to say. Let's have a look at these other time frames. 12 hourly. 12 hourly, we've just got a golden cross on this action, which looks like this is what caused this pump. So I would look to maybe buy this back when, or getting close to when the daily does its golden cross, which, and this is very, 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 very rough, extremely rough. This is just going on the trajectory that we're at right now, which I do expect to pull back, so we can't really say anything like this is definitely going to happen. Which might be about, it'll be less than that. I would expect within 2 weeks we'll have a golden cross on a daily, so we'll see where the price action is at that point. Buying it now is, when everything's so overextended, is it's too risky, to be honest with you. There might be another big pump in this. There's no reason why there wouldn't be. But going by the TA, the risk to reward ratio is too high. It's too much risk involved in buying it at this price now. Let's have a look and see where we're rejected from. Okay, so historically we've had at this level, so we'll just mark this one out a bit clearer. It's not a great looking chart long term, is it? But it's definitely doing okay for the moment. Sorry about this. Very, very tired. I've been up with a little baby all night, and another toddler that likes to come in and sleep in the bed with me, so I've got very little sleep these days. So that is a really bad and not very straight line, but it gives us a rough idea of where we are. Being rejected, the candle body's there. So that coincides with here, this level here, so that was a rejection point where the candle bodies were, and also support levels back at this level here, going back a little bit further to the beginning of last year. Kind of accumulated around this level as well before we moved with the market. It wasn't a great big move. Well, I don't know. I suppose it was. It's just fallen extremely far since the parabolic move. Don't really know much about this coin. It doesn't, obviously isn't an IEO from the judging by the length of the chart. Again, I don't know much about coins, to be honest with you. I don't know much about the fundamentals of many coins, to be honest with you. I just look at the charts. So this looks like we accumulated around this zone at the beginning of last year, before we made big moves, and that big move essentially, after the accumulating at this level and then launching from this level from bottom to top, that was it basically doubled, about 100% move from there. So actually, if we can stay around this level for a little longer, we could be looking at a further big move. We've got to wait for this golden cross to take place, and maybe we could be looking at another close to 50%, maybe 100% move over a few months. But to see more of this giant big candlestick moves in such small periods of time, and what, this is a couple of weeks now that this has happened, we don't really want that. This appeared to be a previous level of accumulation, support and resistance that we're at right now historically. So getting above there or just beneath there, and staying at that level at least for the next couple of weeks while this golden cross takes place, that would be great, and that's what we want to see. So don't go buying it yet. We'll wait for it to essentially accumulate, or be rejected, one or the other. But we need the RSI to come back down into sort of, I suppose, neutral territory, allow these things to reset, allow this golden cross to take place, and preferably stay either just beneath this or just above this to accumulate at that, what looked like a bit of a, I suppose, a golden pocket really. We'll leave it like that. Anyway, I hope that was useful to you. I hope you have a nice evening, nice day. Take it easy. Thanks for watching.